back to more Let's Play Amnesia Machine for Pigs. In the previous episode, we unleashed living hell along London. As it turns out, we were betrayed by the person on the intercom, and he unleashed the pigs upon the world, who are going around and slaughtering pretty much everyone to create a new world order. And now we're heading down to the pig line, and something moved up there, I don't know what. Our boys are most likely dead. Farming the world. I saw the detritus of this so-called progress. I saw starvation and disease. I saw rubbish floating in the harbor. We are ruiners, all of us, and we make the world unclean. But, yeah, so now we're at the pig line. And I'm not looking forward to it, I'll be honest. But I assume we are approaching the end. Alright, what's down here? What's down here? Oh. Yep, we're at that point again, so we somehow made it from the core back up to here. I don't know how, but we did. The Iron Butler. Okay. It's not doing anything. It's not like dragging anything out. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Says to go into this door. Do I want to go in here? Is there something up here? Of the interest? Compound X. Down there? Ah, hold on. I gotcha. Compound X explodes whenever you get the light on it. There's a pig man down there. Okay. So am I doing a good so far? Spark plug. Okay, so what's in here then?
But will they be free? Yes, my friend. Drained and bled and freed from the prison of the flesh. Free to ascend as smoke to the stars.
And the good. The worthy. How will we save them?
Show me these worthy, Mandus. Show me these good. I do not see them.
Right, okay, so Mandus did think he was doing great upon the world, but like... Right. It's very similar to what went on with Daniel. Alexander ended up betraying him, and the good ended up not being good at all. Is that a note for me? Yeah, it is. October 27th, 1899. And then upstairs to bed. To bed, to toss on and turn on bloated stomachs, to copulate and puke upon chase along lounge, four-poster, or dressing table. Lapse at last into the engulfing mattress, drunk and drugged, and fat and stupid and senseless, and spring the trap, man piggies, spring the trap. At a pull of a lever, a set of hydraulic pistons and gears are fired, resulting in 3 walls of steel bars dropping from the ceiling via the canopy to cage the product into the bed, preventing escape. The entire bed is then tilted backward. That's why the beds had cages on them. Like, we probably hosted parties, everyone got drunk and stupid, went to go pass out, and then they were caged up and then sent down here. Created by a product of the vacuum, employed for mass production elsewhere on the pig line. In this way, we have created our very own bottled revolution. For the moment, movement of the masses is a casual factor in the extermination of the rich. What in the world? Since an opportunity, my first strike, impeding these cogs with a large enough object should jam the flow of coolant, causing a pressure buildup that will split the pipes and rupture the tanks. So if I could perhaps throw you down? Yeah. Yep, that certainly did something. Where's your voice now, Mr. Intercom? I don't think I need to go down here. I guess I just was thinking I probably needed to go down. I don't know. It keeps getting progressively light and dark in my room. It's a very rainy day, so every once in a while the rain clears up and it gets bright up in the room again, but then not 10 minutes later it'll darken back up. So I have my lamp on, it's just weird. Okay, what's going on? Can't go that way, that's fine. So now do I need to go up this way? All of this has been moved back. So let's try this again. Oh, too high. Okay, and now there's water down there. That could kill the pigs. Yeah, there we go. That kill the piggies? Right, okay, gotcha. And then I turn it off and now I can drop down there without the pigs being there. See, electricity gone. Now I can just simply drop down here. Aha, gotcha. Okay. I see how this works. Coolant pumps, spark plug, bunch of these things. I don't know what this is doing. Ooh. What was that? Oh, I can't touch that anymore. Okay. Can I do this? What does this do? I don't know what that does. Can I do this? Let me spin this coolant pump pipe. Yeah, that seems cool. Let's keep doing this. Oh, seems like that did a good. Anything else? Trippery? Can I mess with that any? No. How about you? Well, can't touch that anymore. Ooh, the pressure is getting huge. We should, probably bail out of this one.
I know you, machine. I know what you fear. I will rain excrement into your very soul. I will destroy you.
You are too low, Commanders. My great works are almost begun.
October 27th, 1899. And waste not, want not, for here the assorted slop and innards are sifted and sorted and entered the world through more channels and means than one could possibly conceive. The product passes by this section of the engine and is driven through the blade, splitting it into two sections ready for the butcher's block. And in the interim, it is kept in our freezer bays under the house, and the heat produced naturally by the refrigeration process feeds into the pipes and crannies of these rooms, and in the very reason, my dear friend, that we can sit here in shirts and waistcoats, but no jackets, on a freezing winter's night, without a fire in the grate, and discuss our great enterprise. Warmth in our bellies and toes may be attributed directly to those bellies and toes even now passing through steam, fire, and blade beneath our feet. That is messed up. We're now in the trippery. Another note. Hello, Mr. Pig. He seems to be chill. Is that my boys? They're in my boys' room. December 2nd, 1899. Walking away from those temples, that small pile of stones under the loose clod, headless rib cages, the cool stone behind the altars, 3,000 miles apart, I track back to my life. Toxins are already in this damp, this falling water. Back and retch and vomit into the sink and grasp the bowl with both hands and stare. On clear as day, a toy spine, clockwork and intricate like a child's spine, but clockwork. Could that be? How could a child's spine be made like clockwork? I washed it carefully and placed it on the mantelpiece by the egg I laid myself. Under the garden where the children's skulls are buried, I call it my mech. What? You are the pig. We are all the pig. I am so confused.
I am here again, at the foot of those stairs, towards the red light of the nursery, sunset in the window like a bleeding sky, the horizon a slit throat, the seeping dark to drain the guilt from us. I am the jaguar-faced man. I am the feathered serpent. This priesthood is mine.
Okay, so yeah, those are both like from that culture. Oh yeah, Pigman definitely eating that man. Pigman definitely eating the man. Okay, this is not good. This is not good at all. And it got really bright in the room again.
I can meet him, your great engineer. How marvelous. I must say, Mr. Manders, my excitement is almost unseemly.
Yes, I can see that. Step this way, Professor. I will be right behind you.
Manders? Manders, where the devil are you? I can't see a damn thing. Manders!
We are the pig, Professor. We are all the pig.
See. Okay, so I didn't necessarily build it. I had an engineer do it for me. Hello, boys. You gonna tear your heart out again for me? Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. I needed that twice. Oh, great. I'm in a... How did I get here? What?
I climb in stillness now. Blue water runs in my veins, now I am clean. I carry the knife of this factory, the bowl of this mill. I am come to collect you from your fields and your furnaces. I will gather you into the white clouds. I will gather you to me, and I will take you home.
Okay. What in the world is this giant room? But it seems like the voice I'm hearing is probably my engineer, I would assume. Oh, I'm sorry, dudes. Big old room full of blood, I guess. Down we go. Or up. I'd prefer up, but I'm assuming we're going down. And down we go. The veil lifts. The bride is waiting. The man eats the pig, and the pig is eaten by the machine, and the man is eaten by the machine. This is as it ever will be. So the machine eats pigs and people. It's both. Like, it probably started off with pigs because...
My gears are adjust. My steam is built. Soon I will spill that blue water and split the egg, the atom, my soul, and there will be a very great burning that we might make the world clean. Be proud, for this is your doing. Until you steeped me in the blood of your own, I was nothing but rotten architecture. You have made me, and I will make the world anew.
Oh. I got a Windows thing, but, that was out of place. Sorry about that, guys. I'm sure it popped up on the video. December 25th. Christmas, okay. You should find this, then you already know all I would tell you. You already know what you have done and what you must now do. Walking away from those temples, that small pile of stones beneath the rhododendrons, skulls of innocents under the loose clod, headless rib cages are cruelly torn asunder to expose their flowers in the cool stone behind the altars 3,000 miles away. Trace my life to this instant. Rain channels are rooted in ancient stone. The toxins are already in this damp, this falling water. And in that instant, cradling my children's heads in my palms, I knew then I had to unbuild what I myself had constructed, though even then it was little more than a sickening dream. This machine is ever mine, and it falls to me to redeem it and myself. So my kids definitely died due to this machine. Vacuum investigators, scalding hoses, saucergery. What is in here? That door's open. I'll pass. Trippery pre-grinding. Okay, I guess I have to go that way. My bad. Alright.
Why did you take my children?
I, Mandus. Of all the blood we have spilled together, the first drops fell from your hands alone.
Then I am damned for a filicide, and everything is lost.
It would seem I've murdered my children. Mandus Processing Company, Oregon distribution tanks, maintenance access. So I'm in maintenance. Oh, don't tell me we now have invisible pigs. I only saw that pig because electricity hit him. This is ridiculous. Oh boy. Let's do this. Alright, invisible pigs, I know you're here. Tanks, maintenance access. Oh, it does open. Boys! Boys! I'm coming. What is this way? Boys! Boys! You would never lead me astray, would you? Boys? That doesn't sound good. Oh! That was slightly terrifying. What does this do? Oh! Is he still here? I'm gonna guess he's still here. Hold on. What am I to be doing? Yep. I'm gonna... Well, whatever this is. Ooh. What's going on here? Invisible pigs. Invisible pigs? What you doing? I'm getting out of here. Goodbye. Can't go in there. Okay. This way? Sounds good to me. What in the world? Anything of the importance? No. It's probably just a hiding space. Yeah. I would assume so. We're probably gonna have to run back through this way. Mandus Processing Company, Electrogravitic Suppression, South Tower. Sorry, my chair's not that comfortable, so if I adjust myself every once in a while. Mandus descending amongst the spirits. Blood, Mandus, we are steeped in blood, you and I. You wear me like a mask, and we will tear the future loose from the ribcage of the present. We will save them. We will save them all. Okay. So we're in the South Tower, where electronic stuff's going on, probably.
Only to spare you. I would have given my soul to spare you this world and its loam. Oh, my children. My children. What have I done? What have I become? I will put it right, my darlings. All of my wrongs will be righted. All of my sins washed clean.
So his kids died, and it was that moment when he realized. November 28th. They surfaced like bloated bodies right into the scum of the Thames. I looked at them, covered in the blood of their dead mother. The little piglets squalling in their swaddling, and my heart at once was filled with great love and a consuming hate I could never have imagined. At that point did my soul split, creating him. Was this the egg of my soul? The moment the great clock began to tick? The only path to redemption, to join us together again, to make myself whole, to close the great circle and take the madman into my heart once more, and forgive him and myself as well.
I love you, my darlings, and I am sorry. I am sorry for all I have done. I simply loved you all too much for this world.
I search for instruction, for advice, for help in my goals, but in return the system mocks me. Simpleton, it says, you must find your own answers now. Mandus is alone. I'm not going that way. Answer given.
Mandus, put aside your misguided crusade and let me save them. You may hate me, Mandus, but I have seen the future, your 20th century, and let me tell you this, a far greater slaughter awaits you there. I seek to save the world by blood now, before millions fall beneath history, pushed under by blade, bullet, and gas.
Are you referring to World War II? Has he somehow seen into the future? That sounds to me like that guy's back. Oh, great. Oh, great. Oh, I hear him. Oh, I hear him. I'm going this way. Bye, fool. Gotcha. Haha. Okay. Still after me. I'm going this way. How did I get here? What is going on? What is this? What is this? Why is everything slowed down? Did I back up real quick? Okay. Is that a... That's a heart, isn't that? Okay. So what am I supposed to do here? This is the heart of the machine, I would assume. What am I supposed to do here? Anything? Oh, Mandus is alone. Can't go that way. I mean, I would think that I have to do something out there, but it just slows down and then I can't do anything. Oh, hold on. There's a ladder. We can climb the ladder. Alright. Hey, that's going, I guess. I'm gonna say that's a good. That's nothing there. Touch you. Got two of them going. Okay, I've moved three of them. That probably powered the thing down there, so now I can mess with... Okay, four.
I have you now, creature. I will destroy you.
Stop him! Stop him! Kill him!
It is over. It is time to end this madness.
Okay. I'm guessing this is a good... Is this gonna stop the machine then?
God help me. I am lost in the dried paper soul of the world.
Enoch, Edwin, Oswald, and I. Who's Oswald? Is Oswald the engineer's name? The guy on the intercom? Or is this from the point of... No, my name's Mandus.
Mandus, listen to your heart. You know you are with me. You created me to save the world. I am your friend.
Is this him? Is that my kid? Who is this? Wait. What is this? Who was in there?
Mandus, please, I am no more evil than you. We sought the same thing, to save humanity, ridding them of their painful, stupid, pointless lives.
But I've changed my mind.
Think about what you are doing. For your children, Mandus.
Do not speak of my children, monster.
I did not kill your children, Mandus. You sacrificed them on the temple steps, knowing what the coming century would do to them. Your sons will drown, lungs full of mud and shrapnel on the banks of the Somme. You wanted to save them from the horror to come. That is the vision we shared. Everything we have built to avert this coming nightmare. You and I are one. We are the same. Our souls are entangled. We deserve to make them free.
So, I'm guessing when we were in Mexico, something happened in that temple that made me glimpse into the future, and that future terrified me to the point I murdered my sons, and then just decided to murder everyone before the actual murdering could happen in the future? Which honestly wouldn't have been the best way to go about it. We could have just murdered the specific...
I have stood knee-deep in mud and bone and filled my lungs with mustard gas. I have seen two brothers fall. I have lain with holy wars and copulated with the autumnal fallout. I have dug trenches for the refugees. I have murdered dissidents where the ground never thaws and starved the masses into faith. A child's shadow burnt into the brickwork. A house of skulls in the jungle. The innocent Manders trod and bled and gassed and starved and beaten and murdered and enslaved. This is your coming century. They will eat the Manders. They will make pigs of you all, and they will bury their snouts into your ribs, and they will eat your hearts.
What? What is this?
Please, Manders, no. For your children.
Wait, what's going on here? Hold on. What am I doing right now? What am I doing? What is this? What did that do? What is going on? Why am I blinking? What? Was that the heart of the machine? What did I just do? So did I build the machine on top of the temple? To me, it seems like this should have been the temple from Mexico.
And watch the god I had created die. At the end, when we were cold as the stone we had hewn his body from, when the lights were nearly all extinguished, we heard, in the silent distance, the man-pigs singing to one another. Then, as the last lights were gone, and we lay together in the deep, they drifted away, and all was silent. Such a silence I have never known. And as the dust settled on my open eyes, and we lay together embraced forever, I heard, miles above us, the sounds of the city turning over in its sleep. A church bell ringing out, and in that moment, the new century was born.
So this took place on New Year's Eve? And that's it. I'm so confused on what that ending was. So, I went on a trip to Mexico. Mandus went to Mexico to explore a temple, but when he was at that temple, he and I guess whoever he was exploring with managed to get a glimpse into what the new century was going to be like. And I'm guessing they saw like World War I or II, or you know, one of the world wars, and it terrified them. And then he got this like big huge fever, and I guess he built the machine with an engineer while under the influence of this fever, and then he went into a coma completely. And when he woke up from the coma, he did not remember anything that had gone on with the machine or anything, but he knew that his boys, like, he had a nightmare, and in the back of his head, he's just like, oh, my boys, I have to go get them, having forgotten completely that when he found out in the 20th century that, or in the new century, that his boys were gonna be in a world full of such but he built the machine, and it was to kill the poor, the rich, the diseased, pretty much everything. Now, originally he built the machine and he was testing it on pigs because they were docile and they were easy to control. But then once he got it going correctly and the system was fine, he started like luring in the poor, the rich and everything by hosting parties and stuff. And then when they were drunk and or well fed and sleeping in the beds turned into cages, and he was able to capture them and throw them into the machine that way. But like, at some point he had a realization, I guess, and decided that he didn't want this machine to kill everyone in London. And he had a disagreement with the engineer who had helped. I'm gonna assume Oswald. Had a disagreement with Oswald and ended up sabotaging the machine, turning it off completely. But Oswald didn't, even though he was the one who made it, couldn't get down to actually turn the machine on again. I don't know. This is very strange. I'm not really sure what that ending was. I'm not even sure what the point of the machine was. Was it to murder people or give them eternal life? Because to me it seemed like the point of the machine was to murder them, but then use vitae or whatever the chemical was to then bring them back to life, but let them like live forever. I'm very confused on that point. But that was it. Now, I don't know if this game has multiple endings. I can look it up real quick and see. Because the first game had like 3 or 4 different endings you could get. But this one did seem a lot less, like, choicey. It was very straightforward and linear. And did not have a lot of different things that you could do with it. So, I can look that up real quick and, in fact, I'll just go ahead and do it. I looked at it. It doesn't seem like there's another ending. I did look at some of the other endings, and apparently I got it mixed up that this character was a distant relative of Daniel and not Alexander. Apparently a lot of people don't know what the ending, the main actual story is, but like, apparently it takes into consideration Amnesia's, but I guess bad ending, like the one where Daniel like takes the orb for himself and just leaves, kind of thing. So apparently Mandus, which his name is Oswald Mandus, so I'm guessing Mandus was his last name, and I never... The first game always called him Daniel, so I assumed this guy was... His first name was Mandus, but, his name's Oswald, and he found an orb in a temple like Daniel did. And so he ended up, the orb showed him glimpses of the future, like World War II kind of thing, and that caused him to go insane. And in his insanity, he saw glimpses of the future, and because of his like explorations of the like Aztec stuff, he ended up sacrificing his own sons. And like, I guess the whole point of the machine was he wanted to create a god to prevent what was going to happen. And because of the Aztec stuff, the best way to get the god was through blood sacrifice. So the machine itself was slaughtering pigs, humans, yada yada, in order to get the blood, sacrifice enough blood to summon this god, I guess. And then, like, it ended up summoning something through the orb, which gave the machine itself a conscience, and the machine itself wanted us to come fix it. So, Oswald Mandus ends up having the spirits of his son, I guess, come out, and then he knocks out of it, and he's like, oh crap, what am I doing, kind of thing, and he breaks the machine, and then goes upstairs and traps himself in one of the cages, hoping that it was gonna kill him in his own machine, but he just broke the machine, so it shouldn't be functioning. So I don't know why he even did that, but he wakes up having lost his memory for reasons, probably like one of those things where, like, when you experience a traumatic event, you just tend to like block it off and forget about it completely. And so he wakes up and then sees the spirits of his boys, kind of thing, and then the machine itself, even though it's turned off, starts speaking to him. And so you go down and you turn on the machine, and then the machine's all like, haha, now I'm gonna have the pig people that we created go out and destroy the world. And so Mandus is then like, okay, well, this machine, the consciousness it has, is just a replication, I guess, of his own soul. So we go down to the basement, and I'm guessing the chair at the end was him combining his soul with that of the machine. So, like, originally, like, the pig people would have followed him, like Mandus himself, before the machine itself had a consciousness. And so the pig people were his servants and stuff. And then when he broke the machine and everything, he must have, like, told them, like, hey, you know, this machine never needs to come back on again, kind of thing, which is why they were attacking us throughout the game. And then when we turned the machine on, the machine actually took control of the pig people, which was the point of not turning on. He was like, oh god, okay, the machine would be able to control him instead of me. And so when we actually turned it on, he gains control of the pig people, which is why they continue to try and kill us, even though we're trying to shut the machine down now. So then we sit down in the chair, and I guess we combine the souls of the machine and Mandus back together, and then in his last bits of consciousness, he sends the pig people back down into the machine, and then everything's fine on Earth again. I'm honestly not sure, and a lot of people aren't either. But anywho, thank you all for watching. If you like the series, please enjoy any of the other Spooky Game Month stuff going on here in 2018. And I will see you all in another Let's Play. So, see you all then.